Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how I overcame burnout, how I got re-inspired. I've been feeling very inspired creatively lately. I feel like I fell in love with my old hobbies again. I've just been feeling very motivated and determined to kind of get back to the things that used to make me happy. For a while, as you guys have seen, I was kind of just not feeling YouTube anymore, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep doing YouTube. And I don't know, I've done it for a long time, but it is so much fun for me. I always said that if I went back to school, I would have done something in the film area. It's just so much fun for me. I feel like I love editing the videos more than making the videos, but I do love making the videos. I just like both sides of it. Some people like editing, some like filming. I like both. I feel like I could be very creative with both. It's just something that's always interested me. I've done it since middle school, and for a while I was just feeling like I kind of outgrew it, but for that era of my life, I did outgrow it, but I'm kind of in love with it again. I just wanted to sit down today. I usually do vlogs and stuff, so if you guys are new here, I don't really do sit down videos anymore. I would love to do them more often, but I just don't know what to talk about. I have a podcast now, so if you guys want to check out my podcast, that's kind of where I just sit and talk for a little bit. The YouTube, I feel like it's more vlogs, more hauls, more bringing you along for my day type beat. So yeah, welcome to the channel. If you guys are new here, that's a little bit of an intro on where I've been at with YouTube, how I kind of see it. For a while, I feel like I lost sight of my hobbies, and I feel like I had no hobbies or anything to do in my free time. I feel like I had no free time, but at this point in time, I feel like I found a good balance of me time with my friends, time for my hobbies, time for my job. It's very hard to find balance in life. I just got a text message. We're gonna read that. It's very hard to find balance in life, especially being a young adult. I feel like I'm pulled in so many directions. I have a blended family. I have to make time for family alone. There's so many people I have to make time for. My friends, I have to make time for me. And I feel like I care so much about other people, I often forget about myself. So I'm rambling a little bit, but I just want to give you a little bit of background. That's kind of how I've been feeling, but I feel like I'm in a good place right now where I have a good balance. Just always value your alone time, make time for yourself. The only person that's gonna hold you down and be there for you 100% at the end of the day is yourself. If you're not doing good, you can't be good for others. You can't love anybody till you love yourself. So self-love is the best love. We're just gonna get straight into the video. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about how I got re-inspired. And yeah, I was just feeling very burnt out. I just didn't see, you know how they say there's always a light at the end of the tunnel? I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, why am I working so hard, pushing out stuff that I don't even like? Like, I was so miserable with the content that I was posting, which is also why I think I burnt out, because I'm just posting videos because that's what's trendy. I hated my thumbnails. I have such bad OCD, guys. If you don't know, now you know. Very bad OCD. So for me to change things up and my content is very hard because I like consistency. I like when things are flowing. If you look back at my old videos, I would do bold letters because that was trendy. If you did YouTube, you know, there was an era where it was the italic words. You know what I'm talking about. The bold italic words. They're black with a white border or white with a black border, and that's what was trendy. That was what was popping off, and I did that for a long time. I loved it though. Trendy. Gotta keep up with the trends. But it's when are you going to do what you want to do? You're just doing stuff because that's what looks good. That's what's popular right now. I feel like I'm an Aquarius at heart. I need to stand out. I don't like being like other people. I just want to be different. I get a high off being different, you know? So why am I posting stuff that's just like other people just because that's what's popular? What's the fun in that? YouTube's supposed to be a fun outlet for me, so why would I waste my time uploading half-ass content because I know that's what people want to see? Another big thing for me is I was posting stuff that people wanted to see, like I said. I wasn't posting stuff that Shantae wanted to put out. As a content creator, you have to kind of find a balance You have to do what people want to see, but you have to do what's going to make you happy because you're doing this for yourself. You're not really doing this for other people. So I don't know. I was just burnt out and I just didn't know what the heck I wanted to post. I had no fresh ideas. When you're in a slump, it's so hard to come up with ideas. I'm like, I need original content. I was tired of doing the morning routines. I was tired of showing you my skincare routine that didn't even work for me. It was a never-ending cycle that I was outgrowing. It's like a toxic relationship. Why are you staying in that relationship if you're arguing, then you're making up, and then you're arguing, and then you're making up, and it's just never ending? Get out of it. What are you wasting your time for? So that's where I was at with YouTube. I knew I wanted more out of it, but I wasn't putting in the work. I hated my thumbnails. I hated my banner. It was a mess. So that's where I was at with YouTube. I'm in a different place now. I feel like me taking the summer off really, really helped me. And I didn't take the summer off intentionally. I just took the summer off because I was like, another week's gone by. So yeah, but summer was a good time. I did end of the summer a little video that was very meaningful to me. Stuff like that, like why wouldn't I post that before is beyond me. That's something that made me happy. Of course I'm gonna post it. You see the character development here. One more thing I want to say is I, for a long time, would come up with so many excuses. I just would not be showing up for myself. You have to show up for yourself. We're gonna get into the tips on how I got re-inspired. I just wrote a list of tips on my laptop that I'm just gonna read off of. It's very important that you make time for you. Remember, you are the most important person in your life. Self-care daily, always. This is something that has been helping me recently. I don't know what clicked in my mind. I feel like I'm surrounding myself with good people recently who have changed my mindset for the better. I just feel like a different person mentality-wise. A lot of this was my mentality has changed with YouTube, with life, with myself, with my confidence, everything all around. My mentality has changed. I stopped being a hypocrite and kind of started taking my own advice. I'm good at giving advice. I'm always the person that my friends come to. Sometimes it's hard to take your own advice, and I'm here today to tell you that that's okay. We're people, we're human, we're gonna make mistakes. But at what point are you going to flip the switch and start showing up for yourself, you know? There's only so many excuses in the book, and the only reason I know this now is because I used all the excuses in the book and didn't have any more excuses. I would post a life update video every month telling you how my last month has been. What's next? Like, are you just gonna keep posting life update videos once a month? Like, what are we doing? So I'm like, okay, like, I have no more excuses. I have to get back to it. You have to take your own advice. You have to show up for yourself. Nobody is going to push you in life. Another example of this is like in high school. I talked about this on my podcast a couple months ago. Like, you would go to high school, you would get good grades. You as in me, this is how I was feeling in high school. I'd go to high school, I would get good grades, I would pass. I graduated for my parents. I didn't really care about school. But like, you do things because you want to make other people proud. When are you going to start doing things for yourself? I'm talking about myself here, but do with that what you will. Take it with a grain of salt, but it's like you do and do for other people. When are you going to do things for you, you know? So yeah, mindset has changed tremendously. You know, actions speak louder than words, so I can only say so much. I'm just going to show you guys how my mindset's changed. Next one is, so yeah, back to my self-care one. I kind of jumped between the two, but the self-care one has been very important to me. I spent a lot of time with my friends this summer, but I feel like I found a good balance of taking care of me, but also making time for other people. Even if it's something as little as putting a hair mask in before going to sleep and sleeping with that hair mask, or, you know, like the little under eye patches, or ice rolling in the morning, or going on a nice walk, going to the gym for half an hour after work. You have to do the littlest things. Those are some things that I've been doing for myself. We have to do little things like that to care for yourself. Or even like, I've really been trying to find a good balance with my diet and like packing a lunch for work. Like, you can romanticize those things. Little things like that don't have to be boring. It's about how you're looking at it. If you're like, oh, I have to go work out, I have to go to the gym, make the gym a fun experience. I've been going with friends, laughing while I'm working out. Like, my abs hurt from laughing, not from working out. You know what I mean? It's all about how you look at it. packing your lunch for work. Oh, what am I gonna make today? What are my snacks? Like, what am I gonna look forward to eating? I'm such a foodie. I love eating. I love trying out new restaurants. Such a foodie. You have to romanticize those things instead of looking at it as like, oh, I have to pack my lunch. Like, let me just throw something together. No, make it fun. You have to make things fun. Life's too short to be being very dull and like negative all the time. You have to romanticize the little things. So making time for you every day, even if it's journaling a little bit, reading 6 pages of my book. I have to do something for myself every day. No excuses. That's where I'm at in this era of my life. I was an excuse maker for a long time in certain aspects. I'm always very productive, but sometimes I have excuses. No time for excuses. Clock's ticking. Life goes on. Stop sitting on your ass. Get up and work for what you want. Next one, Pinterest. I have so many Pinterest boards. You guys can follow me on there. I can put my little thing down below. Pinterest helps me get very inspired. I have a lot of boards. I talk about this one board that I have all the time. It's called Romanticizing 2022. And yeah, I don't know, just like manifesting and doing little things like that. It's nice to see, have a visual, so I can kind of like manifest what I want out of my future, out of my life. And a lot of the stuff in my Romanticizing 2022 Pinterest board has come to life this year. So I don't know, manifesting is a crazy thing. Another step that I wrote, how I overcame burnout and got re-inspired, is taking a step back. What type of content are you consuming? Unfollow irrelevant accounts. Let go of people who are no longer serving you. 999. Let go of what's no longer serving you. Look for your angel numbers. I think this is one of the most important ones. If you're following people that are just unrealistic, full of themselves, whatever the case may be, they're bringing you down. That's part of the reason why I deleted TikTok, because my For You page was so toxic. It's just bad for my mental health, so I deleted it. And like, let go of what's over consuming you. Even if it's Instagram, whatever you're on too much, get off of there. Go on Do Not Disturb. My biggest thing is unfollowing accounts that don't serve you. So if you're on social media, you need to be consuming content that's going to benefit you. That's why I love podcasts. You have to consume good content so it's benefiting you in a positive way. You're spending so much time online, benefit from it. Why are you going to spend time online for it to bring you down? So when I got out of high school, unfollowed everybody. Unfollowed everybody, blocked people, removed people. Even if you want to still follow somebody because you're like a people pleaser, which is okay. I used to be a people pleaser. I genuinely don't care what people think of me anymore because you can't make everybody happy. Why are you going to waste your time trying to? That's where I'm at. I used to be that way though, so I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I feel like I'm coming off a little harsh in this video, guys. I'm just telling you some things that I've learned recently. But if you are like that, you can make it, I believe on Instagram or even Snap, you can make it so you're still following somebody but not seeing their stuff on your feed. I just follow inspirational pages and my friends. And yeah, I follow people with similar body types. That helps keep my spirits up, because if I'm following somebody, I don't know, social media is a highlight reel. People are only posting what they want you to see, myself included. I only post my good angles. That's just how it is. That's the world that we live in. But I follow people with similar body types, similar hair, stuff that makes me feel good, you know, because if you're following somebody that is totally opposite of you, it can affect you. It's affected me in the past. So rather than bringing myself down, I like to keep myself up. I follow Meg Thee Stallion. That's all I got. No, I'm just playing. But people with confidence, people with, yeah, that's what I need in my life. That's what keeps me up and alive. Whatever you need to keep you up and your spirits high, follow that type of content. Podcasts are also a really big thing that's helped me recently too, keeping me inspired, getting me remotivated. My favorite podcast right now is the I Love You So Much podcast by Kenzie Elizabeth. I'm learning so much about life. She's keeping me alive. Taking up old hobbies and falling back in love with them again. So obviously this means YouTube, my podcast. I discovered some new hobbies this year. I started doing Legos. I did paint by the number. I've been doing a lot of arts and crafts. Reading. I love reading. I started reading last year. I started reading this time last year. I didn't think that I was going to be a reader. I used to read as a kid. Perfect example right here. Used to read as a kid, ask for books for my birthday, for Christmas, and I got to high school, and but now I like reading because I'm reading the books that I want to read. I've started reading self-help books that's gotten me re-inspired and kind of changed my perspective on a lot of things. So Legos are a lot of fun, very relaxing. YouTube, my podcast, and yeah, if you're consuming good, back to my other one, consuming good content, that can kind of help inspire you. Sometimes I look to other creators that I look up to and see like, what are they posting, but how can I make this my own? That's the big thing, the big difference. Instead of copying like their title, their thumbnail, what they're doing in the video. Oh, this is very cool. Let me write this down and kind of figure out how I can make that my own. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun for me. Kind of just coming up with new YouTube video ideas, podcast content, and just looking up to other creators and kind of making it my own. Yeah. And my last one is revamping my space. I was in such a low point a few months ago. I don't even want to think about it. The past is in the past, but I was at a very low point, and one thing that helped get me out of my rut and overcoming burnout and really just getting myself back together was revamping my space. I got a new bed set. I got rid of some of my stuffed animals, which I'm kind of emotional about because I get such an emotional attachment to stuffed animals. But I got a new bed set, different color scheme, lots of color is in my room now. I feel like I had such a dull palette before. I was gray, white, pinks, and golds. Why? That doesn't even resonate with me. I feel like me having a dull space made me kind of dull. Now there's color and stuff, and I'm just so happy with life. So, I don't know, surround your space with color, just doing little things. I got a Himalayan salt lamp now. I got the little skylight thing that I light up at nighttime. Got a new bookshelf, some blackout curtains for when I sleep. I sleep really good now. Little things like that, doing little things just to, back to what I said earlier, showing up for yourself. Try just revamping your space. And another thing is, I became kind of more minimal. I just kind of got rid of a lot of stuff that was no longer serving me, and I even got rid of my vanity in the back. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, I just feel very sigh of relief, breath of fresh air. I'm feeling really good these days, and I don't know, I don't really do self-help, not even self-help, but sit down, kind of talking, giving advice videos anymore. I feel like I used to do those a lot in high school, like, oh, back to school, how to have the best school year. But I'm in a different place now. And yeah, so if you guys liked this video, let me know. I can do more videos like this. I don't know, I feel like I want to be the person that I needed in life. So hopefully this resonates with some of you. Somebody gets something out of this video. I hope that you guys learned something, and I hope that I helped you. I'm on a very high right now, so a lot of content is on the way. I have so many good video ideas coming out soon, and I'm gonna order a new camera soon. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoy the iPhone content. Back to my old days, back to square one. Love you all so much. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel, follow the podcast. I've been posting weekly on the podcast. I post every Sunday. And yeah, I will see you guys real soon. Bye.